Hey, what's up guys? My name's Bartonologist. I'm a professional Warzone player for XSET, and I'll be today's host of Nerfed Buff. Super simple on how this is going to work. If I think something is overrated, I'm going to nerf it. And if I think something is underrated, I'm going to buff it. Let's get into it. World Series of Warzone, something that I am very passionate about. It is a huge buff. I love private matches and I love competing against the people I'm actually competing against, unlike kill races. Bowling, another big buff. It has been in my family for a very long time. I still haven't bowled a 300. I keep trying to go bowling at least once a week. My record at the moment is 279. Sniping in Warzone. This is gonna actually make a lot of people very surprised considering how much I snipe, but it has to get nerfed. It is something that is very, very good. And honestly, it kind of messes up the rhythm of Warzone. And honestly, I would actually like if the bullets had less velocity in snipers. Drake, I've only actually listened to a few of his songs, but it's gotta be a buff just for the fact that I want to listen to more of his songs. And I have liked the songs that he's made. There's also a lot of really good memes from him as well.
Look around you.
The MG82, honestly, Activision already did this one for me. It's a big nerf. It was a gun that came out and it was very, very powerful, especially against snipers. Kind of reminded me of the Bruin back from season 3 or 4. It's still useful, but there's just other guns that are way better right now. Battlefield, this definitely is a buff. This trailer came out a few weeks ago, was absolutely hyped. Honestly, I've never been a big Battlefield kid, but this Battlefield 2042 trailer, I'm just ready to play it. I'm ready to get in, and I'm hoping for a battle royale. And being from Missouri, the Tornado, I mean, it's gonna be my new favorite game, honestly. In and out. So the first time I had in and out was in California last year, and then I went again this year with Russ. It's got to be a buff. The first time was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I've hated in and out for a year now, and then a few weeks ago went back, and it's so good. It's so good. Oh no, now we're talking about Russ. Good timing. Russ is insane at kill races. He's getting really good at private matches as well. Big buff. Obviously my teammate, and he's been my teammate since day one. So I love Russ. He's insane at the game, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future. Vic Star, another big buff. Vic was the big reason why I moved over to YouTube in the first place, and he has helped me out a ton with getting my content to where it needs to be. He's also helped by growing my viewership and all that good stuff. So big buff to Vic. Love him. He's insane at Warzone. Keeps winning tournaments as well. And people say he's washed. Come on, this guy's nuts. Warzone Customs, again, like I said with World Series of Warzone, this is a big buff as well. So a few months ago, I started something called Warzone Customs, and basically it is trying to get Warzone to swap over from kill races to go to private matches and to get people to start scrimming for these big tournaments, like World Series of Warzone. It's starting to do pretty good. I'm really excited where it's going, and I'm ready for the future. The Swiss K31, big buff. I started using this gun way before anybody else, and everyone else still on the Kar 98, but the Swiss has, it just hits super hard, really good FMJ as well. The bullet velocity keeps getting buffed. The combat recon barrel alone is a 50% bullet velocity increase. So people are starting to figure this out and starting to move over, but you know, they're 2 months late. All right, so Kansas City, my hometown, home of the Chiefs, home of the Royals. It's got a level up arena now, esports arena. It's starting to get esports in there, which is what I'm super hyped about. So it's got to get buffed. Big fan of the Chiefs and Royals. So taking days off, definitely buff. There has been people that have grinded Warzone every single day, haven't taken a day off. Honestly, I have no idea how they don't do it, but taking at least one day off, I've realized is extremely important, especially for mental health, and just taking that one day to reset and then get back into it the next day, just refreshed and ready to go. Warzone Season 4, honestly, big nerf. All it did was bring the bikes, some balance updates, the satellites, which actually the satellites that you like capture around the map and then it like drops down. It's actually really cool, but honestly, there's not much to it. Season 4, kind of a letdown, not gonna lie. Pepsi. One second. So, I think this speaks for itself. Buff. So Halo 2, I actually can't even give a nerf or a buff. I guess a buff. So I have actually never played Halo. I'm gonna get hate for this, but I've never owned an Xbox. I guess I could play it on PC, but I've just been so busy with Warzone that I haven't. So I have never played Halo, but you know, for the fact that I haven't played Halo and for what Legion keeps telling me, it's a buff for sure. Thanks for watching this episode of, I guess it's the Buff Show this time around. Make sure to tune in next week for the next one, and have a good one.